Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the Self-Love Podcast with Boz Zambia. You know, as you all know, this podcast is very personal to me. I went through a phase when I didn't know what love meant. But now, I invite interesting guests so we can share the idea of self-love. And today, ladies and gentlemen, today, all the way from Matero to Moscow,
Mwan Boza.
Ndine Emma.
Big man.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sitting down here with Ndine Emma, somebody who makes the whole Zambia laugh. Legend. Welcome.
No, thank you very much, man. Thank you very much.
It's an honor to have you, and to have you on one of my first few episodes means a lot. And today we'll just talk about a few things, and I have a few questions for you. But before I start, you are here in Moscow, capital of Russia.
Imagine.
How does it feel, man?
It feels great. It's so unreal. Why? It's so unexpected. It all just happened like very quickly, you know. Like. It was just like one of those things because it's not the first time that someone has approached me with such an opportunity, you know. And usually my pop is got last. So even when it was starting, my zero jama kamating, some of my eggs in basket in Moza. So there's a vichita, but believe I could die. So like praying for the best while expecting the worst. That's what happened. But it has been an amazing week here, man. I've gotten to see places that I never thought I would ever see in my life, and I'm really grateful.
And we have you here, man. It's a very nice opportunity, you know, to connect and to get to know each other. We'll come back to the Russia part a bit later. Let's start with, you know, you do so many things. You know, you are a comedian. I might not know some, but I know you're a comedian. I know you an influencer, is what you call it. You make videos on social media. You are an artist. How do you balance all these things, man?
So with me, I just take it as one thing, you know. I like to have fun with it. That's why in most of my comedy videos, I even have like music, like specifically designed for the comedy. You know what I'm saying? I just take it as entertainment. I also act as well. So
you act too?
Yeah, I act. Yeah.
I saw. That's Zambian series, right?
Yeah, Tikula.
Which other shows are you on? The same one?
No, like movies.
Not
really TV shows.
Okay,
yeah, we're doing mostly movies. I'm on Muzukanji 2 by Cosmos.
I'm yet to watch that. I'm gonna watch this one. Yeah.
No, it's not out yet. It's
there's Muzukanji 1.
Yeah,
you're not in 1.
Yeah.
You're in 2.
Yeah, I'm in 2.
Okay.
2 is dropping on the 25th of October.
Okay. Yeah.
There's also another movie. It's called Aisha. That one is really funny, man. You should really watch that one.
Is it also on that Inuit platform? Where can I watch it?
No, it's not on the Inuit platform. I do not know yet, but I just know when the premiere will be. The premiere will be on the following day after Cosmos' movie.
Okay.
So I'll be launching 2 movies in 2 days.
Wow.
Yeah, man. So I haven't really done a lot of like TV shows. Tikula was my first TV show, I think. You know?
Okay.
So I just take it as one thing. I just love to entertain, you know. So I don't really have to balance anything, really. So in my spare time, I create some videos, go to the studio and stuff. Like it's enjoyable. Yeah.
You know, in our culture, right, as Zambians or as Africans, not so many parents or like wakuru are supportive. You know, they want you to go to uni, they want you to do school. I would like to understand the reaction of your parents. And before you answer, I'm aware that your dad passed.
Yeah.
Yeah, would like to honor his life, you know. So it's 2 questions in one. Question 1 is how was the reaction of your parents? I guess your mom won, right? When you started. And also, how was the loss of your dad, you know, shaped your view of life?
So for the first question, with my mom, she's always believed in everything I've done, you know, because I was the less troublesome of the bunch. I gave her very few problems. So whatever.
How many siblings do you have?
I have 4.
Okay.
I have three brothers and one sister. So the firstborn is my sister, and then I have 2 older brothers and 1 younger brother. And then me, I'm the second lastborn.
Okay.
Yeah. So my other siblings they are a lot. they're too much to deal with, you know. And I gave her very few problems growing up. So whatever I decided to do, she would always be supportive. I remember my mom, because a lot of people don't know that I actually started doing music before content creation.
Oh, really?
But it's just that the content creation worked first before the music. So I decided to put the music on hold a bit, then push the content, which would in turn push the music afterwards. Yeah. And then with my mom again, she didn't really have an option, you know, because she couldn't really afford uni, even though she really wanted me to go, but she couldn't afford it. So at my place, it was once you're done with grade 12, you look for something to do. You know what I mean? You have to start hustling.
Yeah.
And then fortunately for me, it didn't take that long after I finished my grade 12 for me to break through the industry, because I blew while waiting for my grade 12 results.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in that period.
What year was that?
2020.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's when I blew, and then by by the time we were discussing uni, it would have to be me paying for that stuff.
Yeah.
And I remember at that time my family was really going through a lot, so I really wanted to go, but I had a lot to take care of back home again, because all my siblings weren't working and stuff, and they were all living with my mom.
Okay.
And my mom is now 58. She doesn't work anymore. You know, she's chilling right now.
She has to.
She's just chilling. And with my dad, I didn't really grow up with a dad, so I don't really know what it is like to have a dad. But not having a dad, I could only feel that when I went to my friends' places and stuff, you know, like Christmas time when they buy them clothes. My visit for Christmas, my toys. But there's a couple my toys.
Yeah.
And I could only feel it when I went there. But in my house, my mom tried her best to not make it feel like someone is missing. You know what I mean? So maybe I could feel it on my older siblings' side, because obviously they grew up with him. They had a better life when he was there. Me, I just arrived when it was wild, and then that life is the only one I knew, so I couldn't really compare it to any life I've ever lived. So there's a chain normal, but to them, for example, ngatikube vokudia veve sense of yona normal, but nenzo viona normal because sina pezepo voko. So nenzo ziwa chani ka routine che sometimes zapezeka, sometimes zapezeka, and it really affected them, and I didn't want to be like them, you know what I mean? Because I could tell that they were really losing their way, because my mom doesn't talk a lot. The disciplinarian was my dad, according to what I've heard. And once he passed, my mom doesn't talk, you know what I mean? She would tell you one thing. If you don't listen, she would do it herself. After 5 minutes, you know what I mean? So them growing up, again, what really messed with them was us moving from Kawe to Matero.
So you were in Kawe before?
I was born in Kawe. Everyone at my place was born in Kawe.
Okay.
So we were all born in Kawe, and then after my dad died, we had to relocate because we don't have a soldier anymore in the house, because we were living in the barracks.
Okay.
So now we have to leave the house and move elsewhere. So we went from free meal, because I don't know about now, but by then everything was free.
Provided.
Yeah, everything
they
was
give
free.
you like food packs.
Yes, your salary is just yours to play around with.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And then now we went to the hustle of salad yawan kwacha na sugar yoga na mwezi waka. Yeah. To me, I grew up like that, so to me it was just normal. But I could tell how it was affecting them. And my mom would always encourage me not to be like them, because they were like an example. Like, so until
that's something that somehow builds us, because I can relate to that story you just shared. Like my dad was also a dentist. I mean, what am I saying? Also, we lived in like in a compound where like everything's provided, right? And after he died,
Everything is taken away.
It's like they're telling you, get out of
Get
here.
out of here. Like they're telling you get out of here without telling you get
Not
out of
telling
here.
you get out of here.
Utabashele lokho bwela abantu bo viewing a nyumba. Wagona wakuvulukula kona blanket. Because again in the barracks, even the furniture was provided, you know. So bed yami wagona bobo checking on my spring.
It's people can be wicked in the sense that they even forget like wenze munzanga or wenze chani no mana wake chani. That's so. This podcast I talk about self-love because I struggled a lot along the journey and I found this concept very interesting. But I'd like to understand, what is self-love? What does self-love mean to you?
Like growing up the way I grew up, I wasn't really the most popular kid or the most liked or stuff like that. I was always the awkward one in the group, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's why Jim Carrey once said, the funniest people are the ones with sick moms. You know what I mean? So my mom, growing up, my mom would always was in and out of hospital and stuff because she's never really been fully healthy, and I really thank God that she's made it as far as she has, because I didn't really have hope when I was a kid. So I could always I spent most of my time trying to make her laugh. That I built a sense of humor. You know what I mean? Because she was always sad and stuff, always screaming at people and stuff like that. But while doing that, I also forgot about myself. You know what I mean? It's like I was now a superhero. I was like a Peter Parker who's just saving New York here while his life is crumbling and stuff. And once I made it in the industry and I saw all this attention grow towards me and I built some kind of confidence, that's when I really realized that I didn't really love myself that much. You know what I mean? Because now I had something to live for. Back then it was all just survival, just focusing on making it to the following day, just focusing on making it to the next month, to the next grade, to the next year and stuff like that, you know. So it's what I usually tell my young brother. You know, my young brother he's lost between the two lives he's lived, because now he has mine that, you know, it's a bit easier for him to than it was for me. But he also has that past that I also was going through, and sometimes he loses his way in his life and stuff like that. So for me, self-love has really given me a lot of confidence and something to live for, you know what I mean? I can wake up every day and know that bantu bamukonda Ndine Emma, so mayini wayensamkonda Ndine Emma mayiziwa amani pasa reason yonkala pachalo. I love Ndine Emma so much that he's given Emmanuel Piri something to be proud of. He has given my mom something to be proud of. He has given my siblings something to be proud of, you know what I mean? My mom was in the village the other day. She went to buy a farm or something. And then she was passing in the market, and then one door and then my mom doesn't really know what I do. She has an idea of what I do, but she's old. She doesn't do social media and stuff. So maybe she could hear my song on a bus. Every time it shocks her. She's not used to it. I'm she calls me at 22, and she's like, kwa pita moto kapanja, but it is the nyimbo yako. I'm like, bro,
I'm famous.
So
it's normal.
So much to punch. You know what I mean? So self-love to me has brought a lot of self-confidence and some pride to myself. And I'm really thankful that God has led me through this path and everything I went through till now. And I just hope because everyone goes through something, man. And I hope everyone takes a lesson from what they go through, rather than just giving up right there and then, you know what I mean? That's why one day we'll look back and laugh. I remember on our way here, we were talking about our dads being late, and we were laughing at that.
About it.
It's not funny, but
funny.
You know, but we learned so much from those experiences that it has made us very strong people, and we can finally laugh about it. It's not it's funny, But we're like, so napita muli phones video then manje nili hapa so.
Nili hapa, yeah.
Wabo wapema wasekapo mwezi.
I in my family, in our group chat, where there's like my siblings, man, if you go in that chat with this dark humor, dark humor. Whenever it's like my dad's birthday, we even start making jokes.
My dad's memorial is like the funniest day of the year in my family. Mama say kabaga. Paras manje umbomvera chifukushimaizi. But yeah, it's great, you know. All those things that we went through helped shape us into the people we are today. Who knows? Maybe if those people were alive, we would have had it easy and stuff. Wouldn't have been as focused as we are. Because I didn't really decide to work hard because I wanted to work hard. I didn't have a choice, man.
You had no choice.
I did like. Nindofuna cheni kaenda ku school, nindofuna cheni averenga. Nifuna cheni kapanga content, nifuna cheni vasekis. I have a certain standard to the things I do. I'd rather go 3 months without posting a video than posting a lazy video. I even tell my clients when they hire me for stuff. Let me talk about the World Youth Festival that I just attended. Initially, we were supposed to post a video every day. You know what I mean? But I haven't posted any videos since. I
was wondering, like, what's going to post?
I might get in trouble. But the final result, they'll be happy with it, like with what I create. I like to take my time with my content. You know, sometimes the client might be in a hurry and they might have their own calendar, and I would have to decide whether I want to take up that opportunity or not. You know, if they don't understand my terms as well. You know, so nikabwana vomera nchinaziwa token za kwanisa kuvichita, but ngasinza kwanisa since I've cheated because I now have a certain standard to which I do certain things, which is why people kind of like respect me as much as they do in our industry back home.
I'm glad, going back to what you mentioned about you being happy and proud of Ndine Emma for Emmanuel. I, being an artist too, and I have like different brands and so on, at the end of the day, the person we should somehow, if not focus on, is you, not Ndine Emma, right? Because Ndine Emma is a persona, Ndine Emma is a brand, and it's not you.
No,
it's a different person. So I want to know how Emmanuel feels about love of himself. How does Emmanuel feel when Facebook is closed, social media is closed, and he's alone?
Emmanuel is a very complicated person, man. I feel like I haven't really fully discovered who Emmanuel really is. You know what I mean? Like, nimanka busy na Ndine Emma. Na Ibarako Emmanuel. And then, so your question is card. Because in Kabana Nkara Paja, food in most pesa tinankara Ndine Emma. Muri Emmanuel. Because, like, with Emmanuel, he doesn't really have a lot of activities. You know, my whole life revolves around Ndine Emma. So the few times I'm alone, I usually just maybe like sleep or like I don't really watch movies. I don't do a lot of stuff rather than work. You know what I mean? But I would say, question. But in which lines? Because love is really broad.
Look, because at the end of the day, right? Even after all these things that we do, you know, we create amazing brands. There's gonna be a time when all that will pass, because everything is like a phase. So I'm wondering, like, what have you been doing to show Emmanuel love, or what does self-love mean to Emmanuel? Of course, Ndine Emma is amazing. Like, it's easy to love Ndine Emma. He's funny. He Ndine Emma is also artist, yeah. He raps, but like, what do you do for Emmanuel? What have you been doing?
I think my whole life just revolves around my work, man. Because I really love it. You know what I mean? So it's like the two have just merged into one. Yeah. So everything I do is just Ndine Emma, because I don't think I do really. Ndine Emma, Emmanuel, period, really does anything, because the two have just merged. and then they've just formed like one character, one person. Obviously, I don't act the way I act on camera back at home, but I think you know where I'm heading. You know what I mean? Like I'm just basically the same thing now. You know, I don't really try to separate the two, because no matter where I go, I'll still be in Ndine Emma. I go to family gatherings and family asks for pictures. So I wonder where I'm going to be. Emmanuel, I wonder the location where Emmanuel will be, because everywhere I take Emmanuel, he'll still carry Ndine Emma with him. So I think the two have just merged.
Let's talk about comedy. I believe that, I might be wrong, but I believe that Zambians are the most funny people you will ever meet in the world. Like Zambians, if you're on a bus in Lusaka, or not even in a bus, even anywhere in Lusaka, you just hear somebody say something random and you start laughing. Do you think, like, as a comedian yourself, do you think like humor for Zambians is like some sort of practice of self-love, or maybe it's like also laughing through the struggle? Why do I want to think maybe some sort of self-love, but what do you think?
I think it's just laughing through the struggle, man.
Laughing through the struggle?
I think it's just laughing through the struggle. I think a lot of people who I find laughing out there are not really laughing because it's like really, really funny. Yeah. But they're just trying to forget about certain things.
I think about it to do what I think it came from a struggle.
Yeah, that was a real one. That was a real struggle, man.
How did it shout out to you? Wait, shout out to our director, Akim.
Yeah.
Akim is our everything. He's our director. He's our driver.
Our driver. I must say that. Our chauffeur.
Our chauffeur.
Chauffeur.
How did it? But before you answer the question, how did the Dwale thing happen?
I think you can explain.
Oh yeah,
better,
explain.
Because I was amazed by what I saw. I related. I was in boarding school myself. So when I saw it, it's like, wow, I didn't know this guy. That's why I started following him.
Oh, yeah.
So growing up in the hood.
Yeah.
There would always be these guys who were
bullies,
superior. You know, because the term "vene," where I come from, it was a term used to describe anyone who's like
the boss,
a boss in his group, because they were clans. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like the way the way Americans have like Bloods and Crips.
I don't watch movies, man. Oh, but it's the gangs, right?
It's like a culture.
I've heard.
It's like the blue guys, the ones that wear blue, and the
yes,
guys
yes.
with the red bandanas and stuff. Yeah. So that culture somehow found itself in the hood back in Zambia. That there are a lot of like Tuma gang. You know. Yeah. The DMX. You know what I mean? Yeah. So the leader of the group, DMX never grew. DMX never grew. Anyway, so kapanga group yako, ndio never group yako, ndio vake. So there was this guy who was called Bramo. He's from Matero. Yeah. I think among all the venues, he was the veniest.
He was the veniest. Yeah.
He would always get in trouble and stuff. And then whenever you meet him, and he kunyonga, like when he grabs something from you.
Kunyonga, yeah.
Apo nishakudwarira. Nishadwara hapo manje.
Who thought of that though?
I don't know. I don't know.
I just found sick. How is it connected?
Kali benza chemo pora wakabopita kai. Kali muntu akadwala sama mbira bwino. So wakapita sama mbira bwino njo wakadwalisa.
Wazadwala.
So Africa bakudwalire kali badwalisa manje hapo manje. So but a lot of people didn't know the term, but they thought I just made it up or something.
So but it had been there.
It had been there.
But you made it popular, I guess.
Yeah. Even the Vene thing, like a lot of people were called Vene where I come from. But I just adopted it and like Vene. And then people just thought maybe I came up with it or something. But some people know that these terms have always been there. And that video is really funny because I didn't really. It's like what we were talking about when we were coming about the song Kachaiso.
Oh yeah.
I said it's the laziest song I've ever made. And I think that might be not the laziest video, but among the laziest videos I've ever made. Because here's a couple of points to defend myself before. Because when I mention this to people, because of its success, obviously they don't believe it.
They don't believe it. Yeah.
So I made that video on a Sunday, we were coming from church, me and my guy. We were coming from church. My church was at Beit Cure Hospital. It's opposite Olympic Youth Development Center in Lusaka.
Hey, is it somewhere near SOS?
Yes, it's right there.
I remember.
So we were crossing the road.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if you've been to Hero Stadium recently, but these days you only find like junkies there and stuff. Like,
I haven't been there in a long time.
They're vandalizing the place. It doesn't look nice. It's really sad. So we found them there, and then me and him, we grew up together. My guy, I'm like, wakumbuka vene mash. Awane kamwani vene. Nishibonsi bangala maitso kyariwo. And then I was supposed to do a video for a client, but sometimes manga like a creative block. So ni cheating actually, but panga video, and then I don't have any ideas. And then we start talking about a certain scenario where a certain junkie robbed one of my friends at school, and he knew me. And I was trying to talk for my friend, and he was like, we mwache, ma usakambire yako mwache. Ma mwache ndadwari na che, we usakambire yako. Yeah. And then, because with me, most of the junkies were from my area. So I knew them, I was always safe, but my friends weren't. And I would always try to talk for them. So on that day, I had already talked for someone before he tried to rob the other one. Now I'm defending the second person in a day. So Manjan was like, that's
the junkie.
Yeah. He's telling me. Because and then I'm like, video so I tell my friend. But there was no one to shoot the video. So it was, I shoot you from my point of view, and you do the same that side. That's why I said it's one of the laziest videos I've ever
But it's
made.
still creative, man.
Yeah, it is. But if you watch it again and you criticize it based off of like editing and stuff, it's not that great. But it's funny.
Yeah.
Though,
That was 2022.
February 2022, and that was like my ultimate breakthrough, because prior to that I had been in the industry for like maybe a good 6-7 months. I was already getting deals, because obviously that video was for a client. Like clients were already there, but that one was the one. Like it changed everything. That's when I really became who I am.
Let's come back to Russia now. You know, all this journey making videos from heroes, random videos, funny. Now you came to Russia for the first time. How has it been, and what's the funniest cultural difference you've noticed between Zambia and Russia?
Bro, I would have to live here for like a year for me to get used to this place, man.
Yeah.
So I'm just happy that my perception of what I thought. I haven't been around Russia, but the places I've been to, people are really, really, really loving here, man. Like, nikumbuka pamene nzakamba vintu vefu Zambia kaboni ma setting. When we were growing up, right? Whenever we saw a white person, tampirikisha maybe mzungu kwete nzonkana. Tampirikisha mzungu tamomgwira bwanje. And then after I grew up and I saw kids doing that, then I came here. Opposite. You know, and it's just a really modernized country, you know what I mean? You can't cross the road anyhow, because in Lusaka, you just find where there are less cars, and then you just look right, look left, side, what tamanga, which they maneuver around the vehicles. I was trying to do that the other day. Road, like everything.
But zebra crossing.
Zebra crossing, they're going to understand that. Yeah, and then just learning that and not really stereotyping these people has really changed my whole perception of what I thought they were. And I really love to visit this place more often, man, because the love I was shown in Nizhny Novgorod, I don't know if that's the correct pronunciation.
It's correct, Nizhny Novgorod.
Yeah, the love that I was shown there, bro. I had people coming to me asking for my number. They don't even know me, just out of the vibe that we were giving, like they were getting off me, even the security guards at the festival. So
and most persons don't do that.
No, they don't.
Yeah,
They don't. That's
yeah.
that's what I learned here.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's kind of it's too friendly.
Too
I
friendly.
would say. Because yenza pesa katingena pageti bagaba bazingenera ini nafika pipa jana posha umozi unamposha ali kwa dabwa as stretch kwa jana eva funa nimpo palas nambo posha bonse manje bonse bamba no kongo asiyosebenza kuja boboni posha mwezi waka adabwa tena yo posha nashuka kuti mwezi waka.
Yeah.
So man, I really love this place, man, and I hope other European countries are like this. Yeah, man, I stepped out kwamene kuja ku Nizhny Novgorod.
Yeah.
Tena bwataenda kugula vokudya usiku.
So
my street yet and then ndogula vokudya muzima ni street yeah, then muli ma bar, muli ma nightclub,
right.
and then we were walking in the middle of the road, and we had door bouncers inviting us.
To enter the clubs.
Yeah, like every other person is just walking by, but us, because they don't really see us like that. Yeah, we're Africans. The paya china drip chita. The popo shanyura. Popo karibaja.
Insado yafuma.
Ati invest mungu wosombolo kupopoka.
Yeah. That chef?
No. That's dope boys.
Dope boy. Okay.
Invest in cotton and harvest looking like.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, these people have really, really impressed me.
And what's one thing that Russia has taught you so far? Okay, has taught you about yourself, or just what's one thing you've somehow learned from Russia?
So usually when I go out in Lusaka and people show love to me, obviously I know because they know me. But it felt really good to experience love from a different angle where they don't really know me, but they've just shown me genuine love. Like, and then I haven't really experienced that type of love in like a very long time. I'm not really used to it, you know? Because, for example, in my country, obviously, I would walk by and then like in a day, maybe like 200 people greet me if I'm in public. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it gets old. You know what I mean? Like my response, yama sira mood. So we don't really engage in conversations because I can't really handle all those conversations in one day. Like I'm just one person. Maybe like in the morning when you meet me and I'm fresh, my head is excited. I'm excited for the day. We'll have like a conversation with a stranger and towards the end of the day, I'm getting exhausted.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, waji. Sometimes my response is still kwa sache. Je ndiye default man, ye masara kwa ni na huta. Ya traffic. But here, like whoever walked up to me would have a genuine conversation. They can't even speak proper English, but you can tell like they really want to speak to you, and you're taking your time with them. You even pull out your translator. You know what I mean? That has to be a certain level of like different kind of love. You know what I mean? Whereby
wants to talk to
mwaizi wakayako ati achosana phone yake alemba vya funa kukambira like nzalembera uli wose vya funa kukambira ni better
time
mwaizi wakabati wananipunza ko other side of life. And I really wanted to stay longer, man, because what I experienced here, it's the first time I'm ever experiencing such a type of thing. The last time I experienced such a thing was when I met a deaf person. You know what I mean? I really felt great, man. Because back in 2022, I had made a skit in sign language. Because I know a bit of sign language.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I know a bit of
Where did you learn that from?
From, funny thing, I went to Bible school, but I dropped out. Yeah, so one of our lecturers was deaf. Yeah, so
okay.
Before he starts teaching you, obviously you have to learn sign language, and then he begins his lessons. And I used to be a sign language interpreter in church.
Wow.
Yeah.
This guy can do everything, man.
Bro.
This guy can do everything. Yeah.
So after, we did that at the same time.
Really?
Yeah, we cleared our throats.
That means we're vibing.
Yeah. So I had made a video in 2022 in sign language, and I wish I could do more of that, but sign language, again, it's practice.
You need to practice.
The more you practice.
I mean, every language you need to practice.
Oh, yeah. The more you practice, the more you learn. And I haven't used it in a very long time. So I struggle a bit now. And when I met this deaf person, he was so happy, and he just had one concern. He was like, from 2022, why have you only made one
Video.
skit in sign language. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm sorry, my guy. I'll do better.
I mean, Russians are nice, and I'm gonna tell you, they're one of the nicest people I've met. If you meet him, meet a random Russian, they won't smile at you. Public, they won't smile at you. They won't say jokes at you randomly, even if you don't know. But when you get to know them, you can count on them. They're real. There's this saying in Russian that they say, you don't let a friend down. They're going to come to you, like they're going to come through, and they're very, very supportive. And one thing also, they're very genuine. You see, in our culture, we laugh with everybody. Everybody and anybody. Russians don't have that. If they don't really like you, they won't vibe with you. But if they like you, it's going to be a different type of, So I'm glad you noticed that too. Back to the World Youth Festival. Actually, shout out to the World Youth Festival, right?
Shout out to the World Youth Festival, man.
It was an amazing, what do you call it, forum or event? Yeah.
Festival, bro.
Festival, yeah, it's festival, yeah. So maybe you want to share a few things about what you got from it, from the World Youth Festival?
Yeah, it was a really amazing experience for me because I've never experienced something like that. I've never been around that many people from
different countries.
Yes. Obviously I've been with people from different countries, but not like that amount of people in one space. I was getting lost in languages, man. Like when I come French, when I come Portuguese, I come Spanish, I come Bwanji.
Yeah.
But you could tell that everyone there wanted to network.
Yeah.
And my translator was my most used app this week. Yeah.
It was
useful. Everyone wanted to have a conversation. You know what I mean? I learned so much from. You know what? When you're in your own country, sometimes Mongala was believe that to
yeah.
Because quite nice was my corner industry, my tactics, Bwanji.
Yeah.
But I got to learn from people who are doing it in their countries and how their audiences consume content and stuff like that. And I got advice from people who are way bigger than me. I gave advice to some who are smaller than me. I took advice from them because obviously they're from a different culture and a different country.
They do it differently.
You know what I mean? I got to listen to different types of music because, again, when we are creating music, we just create the type of music we like back home. You know what I mean? And I came here and I found people here are more upbeat and more rock and stuff. Yeah, so just being in that space with that many people, I've learned so much. Apa nikaenda kupunzira vevu zakachira apa nishika kwenza kaenda manje. Because napunzira vambiri shemuli ya many
few days.
Like few days shema hizi waka. And then when I was there, like nobody really knew the other. So we were in a neutral space where kulibe ati wendi wendani. Maizi waka. Boz nteche muntu mozi kuna kweta bwera. Kuna oze tukudia bozi. Tukwera basi mozi. Bwanji. Tuvala vova literally the same clothes, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is a once in a lifetime thing, man. If it happens again, then it's just Nivei viche bati second episode.
Yeah. Vizachitika. Fanga vachitika she.
Vizachitika but like what I've taken away from this, like I don't think anything can beat this, man. Like it's literally the World Youth Festival. You know what I mean?
And how many countries were there? Do you know?
There were 120.
120?
Yeah, 120.
Doctors, mchara uma country ngati?
Altogether there were 193 according to the United Nations.
What's my phone saying? So out of 193, 120, that's a big number.
And like 2 for my country.
That's a big number. Zambia kuchalo.
Zambia kuchalo. Tabesha.
Let's talk about the music now. You mentioned earlier that you studied music first, but of course for many of us, we just know that music came second.
Everyone, bro.
Yeah. So
only my family knows that.
Yeah. So initially I was gonna ask the shift. So it's not really a shift.
No.
What is it?
I just had to go back to my real passion. Because with comedy was I didn't plan to become a comedian.
Yeah.
comedy was one of those things. You know, we all post memes on our statuses and stuff. Sometimes you just shoot a funny video where you don't really plan that it's a funny video. Maybe you were just saying something on camera and then someone just grabs it off your status and maybe puts it on TikTok and then all of a sudden it has all these numbers and people want more from you. All of a sudden you have fans. That's how comedy was. And then I couldn't let them down. Well, I could have let them down, but I had my first check. I was like, oh, no, wait. Because I didn't know for how long I could keep it up. Because I didn't think I was that funny. Like I could produce content every day, every week, and that type of stuff. Because I knew it was an accident. It was just one of those things that just happened by the way. You know what I mean? So even though I was doing it, in my heart, I still knew what I really wanted to do, and I didn't want to let myself down. So even when I did my first song, I was like, bro, whatever they think about this song, let me just try.
And I think a lot of people criticized you. I remember on social media.
Heavy criticism, bro.
But I love that project. I remember I had a conversation with one of my friends. They were like, Ndine Emma is doing music. I'm like, guy, there's something like... That's why when you told me that you were doing music before, I wasn't really surprised. Because you didn't sound like somebody who just came from comedy and started doing music. Music. So exactly. I was surprised. Like people, please go on.
Yeah. Where was I?
Where were you? I think you were telling us a story.
I didn't want to let myself down.
Yeah. Do you want to let yourself down?
Yeah. Because even if like comedy was working, I wasn't really happy. You know what I mean? I wasn't happy with what I was doing, but I had to do it because it was working, obviously. And I finally had something to do. I finally had something that was bringing money to the table. But deep down in my heart, I knew what I really wanted to do. And I had songs, like I had done like a lot of songs, you know what I mean? I really loved and I really wanted people to hear. So I decided to switch it up a bit to make it more Ndine Emma, because it wasn't Ndine Emma's music. I wasn't Ndine Emma as a rapper. I had another name, which we will discuss in the future.
Okay.
Yeah. But once I was given this Ndine Emma name by my fans, because my fans are the ones that came up with this name. I didn't come up with this name. Because in my first videos, the one he's talking about, I would be on the phone, and then every one of those videos, I was always on the phone. So it would be like, hello. From the other side, and I would introduce myself. I'd be like, Ndine Emma. So in every video, I would say that Ndine Emma.
Okay.
But even the page where I was posting that wasn't. I wasn't the one posting it, by the way. It was my friend posting it on TikTok, and then I remember Zambian Landscape would always get those videos from TikTok and post them on Zambian Landscape.
Okay.
So in the comments section, in the search bar, like the most searched. TikTok and Facebook. The most searched term that week was Ndine Emma. Because they didn't know who I was. So each video, Zambia Landscape was at Ndine Emma. And then people would always search for Ndine Emma. And then when I made my Facebook page, I wanted to make it easier for people to find me, obviously.
Right.
So the page just became Ndine Emma, inspired by his Rema. Because Rema's page is
He's Rema. Okay.
Ndine Emma.
Okay. Have you met you met Rema before? Yeah,
I did.
When you were in Zambia,
I did. He's so cool.
He's a cool guy.
Guys. They are many Zana Buera Kulusaka. And Zana Chedio, obviously. And the boy up stage 04, 05. So he did a second show to make up for the first show.
I remember that. The following day, I remember that. That was cool. That was really cool.
Because it wasn't his fault. Like his flight was delayed.
Okay.
So in Zanabanga, Pato Music Club, but the organizer had already paid the opening acts, to perform on the first day.
Yeah.
So they couldn't pay them again.
On second
because
day.
now, the budget was strained. They still have to pay this Rema guy, his balance and stuff. So on the second day, they only called me, FJ, and Mix Kaskam. And me, they called me the same day. And I didn't have any song. So they called me for an appearance. You know what I mean? And that was the same time Aqualaskin did Tiduale. So, bruh, I'm totally performing this song now, man. Because I'm on stage and I run out of things to say.
Yeah.
So, my need that, because that's how I even came up with Pundan Pona Tibeni. I'd run out of things to say at Unza
Yeah.
when I was doing an activation.
Yeah.
So I did a play on stage
Yeah.
where I grabbed someone's bag because the money on stage. Then man pack a bag. And then after that skit is done, I don't know what to say now because that skit is done.
Yeah.
And then I start asking the people, kabag kakaguira. And then people are like, hey, kaoneka fresh. Hey, ndisevene. Hey, pundampola tivene. And then they go like, vene. And then that video went viral on TikTok. Like people were using that sound whenever they like, dress up and stuff. And then they'll be like, Kagwira.
Okay. So it seems like everything somehow just
with me, right?
Yeah?
Things just put themselves together. Man, I was just riding along, like
That's cool,
and then when I met Rema, we were both wearing white Air Forces. So when he saw my shoe, before I could greet him, because I was walking up to him, and then before he could dab me up, he was like, "Bro, those shoes are fire." And then so I think I should assume that obviously nagula kwase because kansapa tenija 9 nakagula lero
kaoneka new kaoneka neat. Yeah.
New sapato bakaba.
Yeah.
Nepe anakaona mgaza chayo sapato ni kali. Nani na bwana mzee, nani yalo wakamba ni kali. Let's take a picture, bro. Tapata shimika po, he's really a cool guy. I wonder how he is now because that was like 2022.
3 years. People change so fast.
But but I'm sure he's still cool because he was already big at that time compared to Vena Pezamzambi.
So obviously, you're arguably one of the biggest social media influencers. How do you keep yourself grounded? How do you remind yourself, like you are a man, you are enough. There's pressure that comes with fame, of course. I can't relate to your level, but certain level of fame, I understand. There's a lot of pressure that comes with it. Obviously, your pressure is even way more. How do you keep yourself grounded? What keeps you grounded?
I think my friends.
Your friends, yeah.
My friends, because if you've noticed, I've been making my videos with the same people.
Yeah.
From the first day I started to now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I really wanted them to come with me here, man. I've loved them to experience what I've experienced now.
Right.
Just for them to feel the results of what we've been working for.
Yeah.
Because those are the people that really believed in me, bro. Like, they've been believing in me. If you grab my friend's phone, I have like two friends.
I've seen those faces
guys.
always.
Yeah, those like, they even look like twins. That person maningi pamoja wanambo para na wagai. Because when talk about super twins. People even think they look alike now. If you get his phone, bro, or even if I go to his WhatsApp now, like monga alibe as opposed to maybe chama link ya manyimbo bwanji, he's been doing that. They've been doing that from like 2021 when I was doing music. No, from like 2019 when I was doing music in high school. You know what I mean? They just believed in me. I don't know what they saw. Kapena ni mulungu na yana was like zama vision wagayo kapena wako wakulimanganga wana wazati mgwidide
or some see.
I think those are the people that keep me grounded.
Yeah.
Because for them, they live of course, they're kind of famous, but obviously all the attention will still come to me.
Yeah.
Even if they come up with some concepts, because they even come up with some concepts for my videos, and me just seeing the type of life they live, like they live like a normal life, and I'm always with them. You know what I mean? So it's just a dream that we share, and we know that we haven't gotten to where we need to be yet. So cinema invera yeti pitamo manja pati yankara mshomushi kuli chelevu en mafika mepija nikafika hiyo question nzaka yanga, how do you keep yourself grounded? But for now I don't really feel like I've gotten to where I need to be. Ikafika jarevu kapela nzaka pusa but funi katika kana interview inang, but I'm just joking. But it's just the people that I'm with, and that's just how I was raised, I would say. I just appreciate everything I have, and I really don't have the energy to cope up with like industry politics and the mental strength to argue with someone on social media. You know what I mean? Because muchifukushunga kambe vinvoipa waluvya ero manje we aluvyanya mangani uje wayana ma numbers.
That's true.
You know, I've seen a lot of Zambian celebrities fall into this trap, like a lot. I don't know if they just want it to be like that, or maybe they're not smart enough to get it. Like
Probably
every
they're not smart enough.
bro, like every month you're getting into the same trap every time.
Yeah.
It's really sad to watch, and I just don't want to be part of that. So I just love to live my life the way it is, and I understand that I'm a content creator. I'm a funny guy, and I'm not supposed to be involved in anything that's
Yeah.
not that will lead that will make people sad or upset.
It
will
kills the
ruin
purpose.
exactly. Like, bro, I'm here to make you're here to
People
make us
laugh.
laugh. What are you doing?
What
now?
are you doing exactly?
Maizi,
Yeah.
So maybe if I was just like a musician, maybe. But me, I make people laugh, and I like to keep it that way.
I have two last questions. The last one is kind of funny. I tried to make a joke. Obviously, I don't think you're funny level, but
no, the problem with me is that I laugh at the stupidest stuff.
Yeah,
like the simplest jokes.
So this guy is saying I was saying stupid jokes.
No, bro. I'm saying that like those little things that you won't even expect it to be funny. That's what I get it. Fun.
First of all, I want you to encourage Zambian in a sentence. How would you encourage Zambians to love themselves? Because I'm really big on that, and that's the whole purpose of this podcast: to encourage people to love themselves. In a sentence, why do you think people should love themselves, Zambian youth out there?
All right, man. So that's why it's called self-love. Like a lot of people want it to come from somewhere. Like they want something to happen for them to start loving themselves.
Right.
But like, who will love you if you do not love yourself first? You know what I mean? Like, don't let what's happening in other people's life determine how you feel about yourself. You know, like when motoka, then you will be jira, but that time pressure, like isankale pressure yako, because now you're vana pita muja, tiangale na motoka. Sisa kapena ili genuine, or kapena si genuine. Ingangale genuine, but your time just hasn't come.
Yeah, that's true.
So love yourself before anyone loves you, and it will affect your life in so many ways. You have more confidence, bro. You have more self-esteem. You have purpose. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Otherwise, ngati mambo kongelela bantu vamene bamvera kuti maive kazishita affect imwe. Simuza kaba winapo baje because simuza veva chita.
Thank you. Last question. In Zambia, we eat shima, right? As our meal. In Zambia, we eat shima. But we eat it with a relish.
Yeah.
Maybe we eat like chicken or fish or whatever, right? So here's the question. It's actually smart, but it's funny and maybe stupid. Okay, fine. If self-love was in shima, what would be the relishes?
Beans na vimbombo.
No, you don't get the question. If self-love was in shima, what would be the relish? So what goes with self-love? What goes best with self-love? You get it?
I think I get it.
Yeah.
What goes best with self-love?
For you, in your opinion, like self-love must go with this kind of thing.
That's so unexpected, man. Because I was expecting it to be funny, bro. You said it was a joke. Now I'm thinking. Yeah. If self-love was in shima.
Yeah. What would be the relish? Just mention one relish.
I think self-love was supposed to be the relish. Then we were supposed to look for the shima.
And what is the shima?
You.
That's deep, man.
Yeah.
That's deep. All right. What advice for those, to be clear? What advice can you give a young Zambian? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I think the best thing to do in the Zambian content creation industry is to be unique. You can watch other content creators and get inspired, but don't be too inspired. Palas uzakope. When I was getting into the industry, I remember I did one show. Like it's to today, it's the biggest stand-up comedy show I've ever done. And I was new before Tidwale. This was before Tidwale. This was when Ann Kansime came, and I met all these big comedians. That's why they say, some people say you never meet your idols. You know what I mean? Because their attitudes towards me kind of discouraged me, and like I was expecting them to like sit me down and be
support
like,
you, give some advice.
Pitiriza and stuff like that, but all of them were like, maybe I came to take their jobs or something. And then I remember something really bad happened, which made me decide to beat all of them. not like physical, but like on
I get what
the
you mean.
ground. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, when I was going back, I remember I was on a bus from Kitwe to Lusaka. Let me just tell this story. So I went to this show. It was called the Kansime Experience. And Kansime came to Zambia. She's a female comedian from Uganda. Yeah, very famous.
Yeah.
So we went to that show, and then we were put in an apartment. And then I was like the only unknown comedian there.
Yeah.
Because I had kind of like won a certain competition for me to perform there. Because I was given a certain platform at the free stand-up comedy show, and they were like, if you do your best here, we'll give you 5 minutes at the Kansime Experience. So that you can open for everyone. I was like, cool. Killed it. Got to Kitwe for the Kansime Experience. Now, when they put me in this apartment, I'm alone there. I'm young, you know, fresh out of high school, and I'm seeing all these. To me, they were like big stars at the time. I was just watching them on my phone. So you know how stars are. You know, they're big stars. You know, star and because you know they're busy and then they have stuff to do. But that's understandable. But on the last day, they left without me. You know what I mean? They all left in one car.
And you stayed behind.
Yeah, exactly. They didn't even wake me up, bro.
They were under the bombo class.
Yeah, bombo class. So need that. Beve mananyamka kuma 04.
Yeah.
Ninago na nipatafuta kashow in fact na kashow napa ya musha kule.
Yeah.
They organize transport, they leave. Luckily I was paid at that show.
Yeah.
But it's my first time ever leaving Lusaka for like a show, but it was my first time on the Copper Belt ever. You know, I had obviously left Lusaka before, like I had gone to Pato, visit relatives and stuff, but it was my first time in Kitwe, and then they leave me there. So now I wake up, there's no one there. I just think maybe they've stepped out, because throughout that weekend they were stepping out.
Yeah.
But never tell me, and I see.
So boy.
Like kwambongala kumazuru man.
Yeah.
So now I call the organizer. I'm like, ine tienda ndabwanje. I'm like, what do you mean tienda ndabwanje? So nanyamukela banzako. I'm like, no. He's like, iwe. Ine ben kamba paso isi tingena na mukabwe. Chipita mukabwe isi. Ero abo be ukamba banyamuka 04. Which means beve banda na kufika ku Lusaka. Maana shoka nipewa bro wanga ku Copper Belt Copper Belt yonse che nilipisha bro wanga maybe ungafika ko ndola kule bro wanga. Yeah. I get up by that time there were no Yangos in Kitwe. I started walking around, you know, with a bag and suitcase, asking for directions. I was looking for the market because I knew once I locate the market, I would find the bus station. Because a day before that, I had gone to the market with one of the organizers. So I knew that. What's that market? Is it Chisokone? Is it what?
I don't know Kitwe very well.
Yeah,
Sokone?
Sokone is Ndola.
No, Sokone is Kitwe.
I think there's a market there.
Yeah.
So I found the market, and then up a bus station, bus and then when I sat on the bus, I started crying. You know what I mean? I was like, because I was young, you know what I mean? Like I might get lost, I might get robbed, you know. I've been hearing stuff about Kopara commanders and stuff.
Yeah.
So on that bus, after when I did to pose na bwana movera nyimbo, and then I just decided I want to bachira one day. So manje, which goes back to his question. Zabachira bwanje. Na bwana I realized that penezo yamba paja vambili venzo chita venzo parana na vao.
Yeah.
Most of the things I used to do is because I was inspired by them. So I decided to be unique.
Yeah.
So I stopped watching their content, not because of what they did, but I didn't want to do similar stuff. So I decided to research on how to make my content better. That's when I started like watching the news, like weird stuff, like nature shows and stuff. Yeah. And then I would get inspiration from places where they least expected. You know, I listened to reggae music. I created the Bob Marley character. You know what I mean? Like everything all of a sudden was very unique, and it was only me who was doing it. And I decided to evolve all the time, because I realized that most of them were doing one thing till the fans got upset and tired and bored and started making fun of them, you know what I mean? So I decided whichever character, even if no matter how successful it is, I'll only be doing it for maybe 4 or 5 videos, I'm done with it. That's why nowadays you never see me with a head soak in a video. No matter how successful it was, I still left it behind. I always try to do something new. So please be unique. That was just a short commercial break, that story. But be unique in everything that you do, and you have your own fan base, because we have a lot of Ndine Emmas out there, we have a lot of Mazas, we have a lot of Matero, we have a lot of similar characters out there. But it's good when you see a character make it, and deep down in your heart you know that Ndine. You know what I mean? It brings a certain level of pride to yourself, and you know what you can do. So if you watch it, fast. Because you know obviously someone is about to pick it up. So challenge yourself. It even challenges me to become more creative when I leave a character that people love. Because I know that people are in demand of that character. I'll go back home and think about it. Because when you have a character that's trending, you can just even sip on a cup of water. They'll still laugh.
Get views,
You get a lot of views, and that's what make a lot of content creators lazy, because they know that this character is dope. So I might just sit around in a chair for 5 minutes. People will laugh. You know what I mean? Yeah. Next question.
One more question.
Perfect answer. Last question, sir. Yeah. So what does it mean for the Zambian arts industry to have people like you represent our country in such global events like the one that just...
Now we need to ask them. What does it mean to them that we are representing them? You know what I mean? To me, it means a lot to me. But for the industry, there's certain people who have to stand up and say something, man. It's not easy. You know what I mean? For me, it's very huge that I get to be here and wear my flag as a cape, walk around the festival with people from 128 countries, and you know, people asking me, what flag is that? Some people already know it and stuff like that, and people from Asian countries asking me, what flag is it? And I'm telling them about it. They're asking me what would they find if they ever visit Zambia? You know, I'm here advertising now. I'm the tourism minister.
You
know what I mean? So I would love to hear what they think about me. I mean,
it's a question for you.
That's their question now. But for me, it's a great privilege. You know what I mean? But it's time certain people start getting recognition back home. It's not really me. I've seen a lot of people. Shout out to Sampa the Great.
Sampa the Great and many more.
Doing a lot of
Bro, I always say to me, you are Zambian Trevor Noah.
Thank you very much.
And I want to see you up there. And it's such an honor to have you on this podcast, even to get to know you on a personal level. And I'll always be clapping for you. Thank you so much. And let's get it, bro.
Thank you very much, man. Respect. I'm so happy we managed to do this, bro.
Yeah.
It's time when I
Cheers. No,